Hello, it's Catherine Hames here, and today I'm going to continue the winged eyeliner tutorial. This time I'm going to give you a few more tips and tricks so that you can really make that line perfect. So in the previous tutorial then what I was doing was I was showing you how to make the lines completely even and together, and what we're going to do today is we're going to practice once more, and then I'm going to show you a couple of little tricks so that it'll help you really get the most perfect wings for yourself. So without further ado, let's get going. Okay, so get your pencils back at the ready and let's get drawing. So remember what I said, you need your mirror, da-ding, and you need to look into the mirror, but at the same time tilt your head back and see where your eye socket is, and that's where you're going to create your new cut crease. It doesn't have to be perfect because, I mean, it might need to be a bit more perfect if you are actually going to use that cut crease, but if you're not, then it doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to follow that shape. So let's do this again. Right hand side and go. Let's see now. I see you. Come through, bone structure. Ha 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 ha. Okay. And then remember, just as we get down to the bottom, you then want to flick it out. Like so, towards the corner of your eyebrows. Okay? And once you've done that, then you can follow your lash line, your lower lash line, and just connect it. And pull all the faces you have to. If I wasn't holding a compact mirror, I would actually be pulling my skin quite taut for this. Yeah, that follows it all right. Okay, now we're going to do the same on the other side. You ready? Let's do it. So, tilt your head back and see that bone structure. Oh yeah. Yes, there we go. And then we're going to connect this one as well. Ooh. Ooh. You can either connect it from the top or from the bottom, it really doesn't matter. But what you should find when you look straight into the mirror then is, at the very least, those points are going to be in pretty much the same place. It's relatively even. Yeah? Okay. Now, you can wipe it off if you want to, but I'm going to keep these ones on because I need to show you a few tricks here. So, first thing that I want to show you is a really easy trick to make the lines really straight, because if you look at what I've done here, then you can see that at least on this side and probably on this side as well, then it's actually bowed a little bit. It's got a bit too much of a curve to it. Now there's a couple of reasons for this. It could just be because in art class, were you ever taught that trick where when you think you're drawing a straight line, but actually what you're doing is you're just following the curve of your wrist? Sometimes I know that I do that. I just use the natural curving of my wrist when I'm doing that action instead of using my arm to go straight. That's one possible reason it's doing it. The other reason is also because I have quite hooded eyes as well. So when you pull your skin taut, then it looks absolutely fine. It looks like a straight line, but all the extra skin here is actually causing everything to just droop a little bit. Now for some people that's what naturally happens with age, and other people like me, you were just born with it. So it's no problem, we can work around it though. So the first thing I want to show you is I want to show you how to properly make that line straight. Now there are a couple of different techniques, but I'm going to show you two very, very easy ones right now. First one is, do you remember that cotton bud with your eye makeup remover on it? Yeah? what you want to do is you want to fold that in half. And you see that gives you a nice straight line just there. Maybe not that part of it, but certainly this part of it here is. Yeah? Now you want to use this in a straight line right up against the curve of your eye line. Like so. And I'm just going to use it on this side. And when you pull that really straight, like so, then that straightens up your lines. See what I mean? If I do that with a mirror as well, just line it up, pull your eyes slightly taut, and then you can clean it up. And whilst it looks very faded, you can just still see a very faint line here. And that line is actually pretty darn straight. So that's the line you can actually use as your guideline, so that when you fill in your eyeshadow all the way across, that's the line that you stop at. And later on, that's the line that you draw back over with a black eyeliner, a liquid eyeliner or a gel eyeliner or something. So that's your guideline right there. Another way to do that as well, if you don't want to use a cotton pad, there is another way. And this is actually the way that Miss Fame talks about it in her videos that I linked down below. You can actually get any kind of eye makeup remover or just makeup removing wipe. Grab one. And then same principle, just fold it so that you have that nice straight line. And this will probably be more durable than a cotton pad, so if, like what happened just now, the cotton pad just disintegrates, then this is another option, provided that you actually have some wipes with you. And you can just take this and snatch this other side in exactly the same way. So this side I do actually need both hands, so I'm just going to use the mirror as my mirror here, and if I hold it up like so and just snatch it that way. Yeah. You see? And that gives you, again, straight lines. So those are two super easy techniques to get you your boundaries there. Okay? Coolios. Right. And the other main problem that you might or might not get is when you are actually bringing the line back in to the eye. You might get it, you might not, but let me just demonstrate something. Most of you who do not have hooded eyes, you will be absolutely fine finding that point at the end, and just from that point, if you look straight into the camera, then what I like to do is I like to aim for either side of my iris or into the middle where my pupil is. Now, depending on how much of a hood your eyes have, depending on how much extra skin and flesh you've got up here, then you can, if you don't have that much flesh, then you can actually just aim for, you know, a very small wing so that it finishes about here even. If I just draw that in super quickly using the camera as a mirror, so that it comes into here. Yeah, so it's a bit messy, but you see what I mean? That will be nice and straightforward as a line for most people, and if you wanted just a discreet wing, that's good enough. Now if I open that eye, can you see straight away I've got a bit of a problem in that you get this strange bowing, and it just doesn't look quite so sophisticated on my particular eye to have it like that. So what I actually need to do for myself, I actually need to aim for the other side of my iris when I'm looking ahead. And what that actually will do is that elongates the eyes a little bit more, and I actually then would need to very specifically draw a slight curve in my upper line as well, just to ensure that I don't get that bending effect essentially. So let me just demonstrate. I'm going to do it on this side so that you can see the difference. Starts here, and when I look straight, I'm just going to check in the mirror, then it finishes about there with my iris. So I'm now going to connect from here to that point. And I might need to re-snatch that line I just did as well. No problem, because we're just practicing. Yeah, okay. So we have that, and if I just quickly fill it in. Okay, can you see that that looks a little bit better straight away? Because it doesn't bow quite so much as on this side. You don't have that real drooping action. However, you can still see that there is still just a little bit of a droop just here. I'm going to come a little closer to the camera, just here. And if you're a perfectionist like me, then I'm still not entirely happy with that either. So what you can do after you've done a straight line is that you can very carefully start filling it in so that you make that line a little bit more rounded just in the critical areas, like I'm doing now, very carefully. And don't forget to just keep looking back in the mirror and keep opening your eyes and looking straight forward and seeing what happens. And if you do it a little bit by bit, you will actually then get to a point where it looks straight, like so. See what I mean? So it's more of a problem if you have really hooded eyes like I do, but it also is worth pointing out just in case. So those were really the two tips that I really wanted to share with you. And don't forget, if you don't like it, then you can always just wipe it off and start again. I actually recommend that if you are going to do a wing with any of your makeup, it might even be worth doing your eye makeup first before you even do the rest of your foundation and contouring and whatever you want to do with your face. Purely because that way you've already sorted all of this out, and then because once you've got your foundation on and everything, then and you make a mistake, you then have to wipe off not just your eye makeup but also all the foundation in that area, which it can then come back a little bit blotchy. So totally up to you though. If I know that if I'm doing a wing, then I always will do my eyes first, just because it's so much easier and it has less tears afterwards. So anyways, right, as with all makeup, especially with practice ones, you can just wipe it away. There we go. So I really hope that was helpful, and yeah, let me know if there's anything else you want me to cover. I'm going to link the previous wing tutorial in the description box down below, and you can follow me with all the rest of my other work that I do as well. I am a design map facilitator, and I love to share my work through my Facebook page and the Instagram page that I have. So it's all linked down below, and I hope you have a good day, and let me know if there's anything that I can help you with. Thanks!